It's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media, and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
Time plan from the bright lights flashing down in old Sin City to a 2-drink minimum in the town so great. Buzz non-stop on the interstate, truck stop coffee keeping us awake. Midwest roads, yeah we know them well. From Des Moines to Chi, got stories to tell. Late nights, bright lights, open mic fights, killing on stage, then it's back to the flight. From the cornfields to the Vegas Strip, ain't no stage where we don't fit. Billy and Willie's workshop, welcome inside, where the jokes are sharp and the laughs collide. From the neon glow to the small town dive, comedy's the road that keeps us alive.
Good evening.
Hello.
Willie is back.
I'm back.
New York City.
Yeah, what a trip. Just to let you, just real quick, I did Wednesday Fallon, Thursday Yankees opening game, Friday we did Glenn Ross with Bill Burr on Broadway, Saturday Night Live, and then hung out afterwards with some people. That was nuts. And then Sunday we did the Knicks game, so got it all in.
Do you have a favorite part?
Well, it was, Saturday Night Live, and I can't talk much about it, but after the show, Steve Higgins, who's the producer, took us, we hung out in his office till 4 a.m. with Colin Jost and Kieran Culkin.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And that's about all I can talk about until we get off thing, but it was insane. I was sitting there with my wife just going, this is surreal. They were having conversations, and they were like talking about people, and they'd say their first names. And of course I'd have to he's like, Scarlett. I'm going, Johansson. Then Higgins is going. So then when Bob was De Niro, I mean, it's like Leonardo wouldn't do DiCaprio. I mean, it was just insane, absolutely insane. But afterwards, I'll tell you, there were some stories. It was so much fun. It was nuts. That's
great.
The whole thing. The one thing that did happen is Friday during Glengarry Ross, I got the call that they put my dog down during an intermission. But I'm crying my eyes out. My wife said, "What are we gonna do?" I said, "Let's go back." And I said, "Maybe if I watch a show, it'll take my mind off it." So the show's got Bob Odenkirk, Kieran Culkin, who just won an Oscar, and Bill Burr. And so when we walk into the office,
me Bill Burr plays Alec Baldwin's character. He's got,
you know what,
right?
In the play, Alec Baldwin's character, that scene's not even in the play.
The fucking copies for closers scene isn't in the play?
It's not in the play.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was made for the movie. I didn't know that either because I was all excited. No,
that fucking ruins it.
Kieran Culkin plays the Al Pacino role. Bob Odenkirk is Shelley Levine, which is Jack Lemmon, and Bill Burr plays the Ed Harris role.
Wow.
But anyway, after the shows or Saturday Night Live, we go into the office, and there's Kieran Culkin sitting there. My wife loves him. She's been watching him since Succession. And she told me, she said, "We love the show," and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, "So, by the way, my husband found out that he had to put his dog down during intermission. We came back and watched the second half." And he goes, "That should be on a poster." He said, "The show's so good,
Yeah,
So,
no shit.
Yeah,
he seems like he's pretty cool. I just,
you know what?
Actually watched the movie.
Yeah.
That he won the Oscar for.
Yeah.
The name
Real
of
Pain.
it escapes me. What is it?
It's got like a Real Pain or a Pain or something like that.
Yeah. Is it a Royal Pain?
It might be something where him and his brother.
Yeah. I watched it before the Oscars or anything. I just it popped up, so I watched it.
Yeah.
And he was fantastic. And
he's tremendous.
It seems like he may be pretty close to that character.
Well, that's the thing. One of the conversations I can tell you that they did talk about, one of the conversations I can tell you that they did talk about was Higgins was talking and telling him what a good actor, but he was basically saying, you're such a good actor that you really don't need to go very much off of who you are because you're such a character. And at first he was like, well, you're saying I'm not a good actor. I have no range. He's saying, no, he's just saying that you bring your character, you yourself bring a lot to it. And he does. Yeah. If you've watched any Succession or anything, I mean, he's just, he's that guy, you know what I mean? But absolutely couldn't have been nicer. I mean, it was so surreal. I mean, we just sat there, and matter of fact, we were the ones that left at the end of the night. They were still there drinking, and I was like, I gotta go. But it was unbelievable.
I gotta go fucking cry about my dog.
Oh, I haven't stopped, Billy.
Yeah,
I haven't stopped.
Yeah, so that's a strange deal. Like we were talking before we got on, and I don't want to pull at that thread too much, but
yeah. Well, I mean, you just went through it yourself, and I know how bad you hurt. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and Jax was all I had when I went through my divorce and all that stuff. Like he was like all I had there for a bit, Yeah. And I shouldn't say all I had. I had plenty of people in my corner, but like. He was all I had to come home to.
Here's the thing with a dog. I mean, they do nothing but look at you and love you. Granted, sometimes they might just look at you because they want food or a treat or whatever. But every time they do, the toughest part for me was when I walked in after being gone so long. They would always wait for me by the back door by my garage, and Coco ran back far, and Cheeto would be in the front. And as soon as the door opened, he saw me. He would do a spin. That was his thing. One spin for me. And that, but I mean, I opened the door and there's Coco, but no spin. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah. It sucks that you have to.
Yeah. Well, here's the weird thing. My daughter my niece brought over his ashes today, and I had another dog, Max, who was another Pomeranian. And I got his ashes, and of course, my brother Johnny Lou's still over there. I won't dump his ash. So I've got like a little cemetery on like a. It's part cemetery, it's part pet cemetery and part real. So well, tough.
Stephen King gonna fucking write a book about
I keep on going over there thinking I think I'm gonna see Beetlejuice standing there.
Yeah, it's fucking next thing you know, there's a couple dogs fucking just rabid ghost dogs.
Oh man.
Chasing your brother around.
Yeah. Oh man. Where did you get
pissed off because they're all pissed off you haven't dumped them out yet?
Yeah, exactly. Do you have Jax's ashes?
Yeah. I've got a little. Well, you've seen my living room where the portrait
the big painting of him. Yeah.
That's like his corner.
Yeah.
There's like now I have this end table thingy that the dog food pops out of and stuff's kind of cool. So I have that sitting there, and so Brig goes over, and that's where he eats and stuff.
Let me tell you what, Brig's going to turn into a great one too, because I can see it. He's got it in him.
Yeah, he's just fucking. He's laying there sleeping right now. He snores like a fucking. It's hilarious.
Man. So anyway, it was cool. Here's what sucks. So we go to Yankees opening game. They hit 3 home runs, which is cool. Then the next day, that's when Aaron Judge hit 3. They hit 9. They hit 9. I mean, it was insane. They got this thing called torpedo bats or something now. I mean,
that's what I was hearing. I saw some pictures or something about the torpedo bat.
I think baseball's finally figured out that, you know what, we forget fucking tradition and everything else. We got to do whatever it takes to keep these people. So they're saying basically, teams are averaging 6-7 runs a game. Games aren't going any longer. So it's turned more into like a video game for young people that they'll at least watch it now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why is your real pain up there? Oh, there we go. Yeah. I can't read. Let's see. Yeah, the torpedo bats. It's insane.
You stole the topic. We were going to talk about this after the break, but we'll talk about it now.
Oh, okay.
Total bullshit. They can use those.
What? That they use those bats?
Yep.
What is it?
Can you see the wood is adjusted more into the head?
Yeah.
So, it's
it looks Chris? Like it goes. So it goes like it narrows back down again at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what it is they realize if you want to keep young people, you got to give them excitement. So that's basically it. Now this is going to turn into like a home run derbies, but that's what people want. It's like in basketball. You know what I mean? We went to the 3-point play. People don't want to watch just, nobody wants to watch
the bat do. What's the bat do for you?
No, I mean, that's science that we don't know about, Billy.
Is it like a fungo?
Yeah, but basically the weight and the majority of the weight and the majority of the wood is right there in that sweet spot. So it's almost like Popeye's forearm.
Let me ask you a question. Like, how far are we away from fucking aluminum bats at this point? Might as well, here's what I say. Steroid these bitches up, give them aluminum bats. Let's see some 700-800 foot home runs.
Let's also see guys get fucking holes hit through their face.
No shit. Like they'll have to lengthen the bases to like 300 feet. It's just so you can't stand.
Have you ever seen Preacher?
No. What's
fucking
Preacher?
Chris? Pull up the show, the series Preacher, and there's a dude like just put I don't know, type in butthole mouth, and it should.
What are you watching?
I cannot type that in.
Why can't you?
You typed in fuckhole, you can type in butthole. I
swear to God, just like
Google
image Preacher and
is it on
butthole
Netflix?
Mouth.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
It is now. It's like an old A&E show.
Preacher.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Preacher gave a guy a butt for a mouth. Is that what
yes.
we're talking about?
Look at the fucking picture of the guy.
Oh my God.
Let me see.
Hold on.
Pull it up. Yeah. I want to see pictures that look like that.
My kid just why did the Preacher give the guy a butt for a mouth, Billy?
He didn't actually. That's not what happened.
Oh, okay.
So Preacher, it's a fucking badass show. It's I think it's a comic book of some kind or something. But anyway, so Preacher ends up somehow possessing the voice of God.
Uh-huh.
And so he can just say things to people and that they just do his will, basically, if he uses this certain voice, right?
Yeah.
And unrelated to that kid is back in the day, he ended up accidentally he was trying to stop a girl from committing suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process of stopping her, she like didn't die all the way and like was a vegetable. And then he tried to kill himself, and he ended up shooting himself in the face with a shotgun, and that's why his mouth looked like that.
Yeah. You know, every once in a while on Facebook, like there's little clips come up, little movie clips, and you watch them. Mm-hmm. There was one where this guy he looked like the devil. I mean, like Satan, and he was in prison, and this guy was yelling at him in prison and said, "You blah blah blah," and the guy said, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and the guy said, "Well, I can get you out of prison." He says, my lawyer, I'm gonna tell my lawyer to go fuck himself." And the guy says, "Well, okay, I'll give you that, grant you that wish." And the guy goes, "What are you talking about?" And then the guy goes to his lawyer, and he's talking to his lawyer, and the lawyer starts saying, "Well, I think I can get you out." And the guy's going, "Oh, good." And all of a sudden, his body contorts, and then you can see the lawyer's fucking himself. I can't think of the movie, but the guy. I mean, it's just a clip that was on Facebook, and the guy in the prison looked like he was really. They're yelling at him and shit, but he's still looking like really.
He's figuring out how to fuck himself.
Yeah. It was crazy.
That might have come from That might have been a clip from Preacher.
Maybe,
actually,
I don't know. Yeah,
he does shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's at one point he tells that dude to go to hell, and he just disappears and actually is in hell.
He's in hell.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But anyway, I would love to see the pictures look like that guy.
Yeah.
Because they're all roids and aluminum. Because that's what's going to happen.
I mean, as you know, eventually it's all everything's going to change. Like everything's
going to have to wear football helmets.
Yeah.
Everywhere on the field.
I mean, after tomorrow, who knows? I worked with this Mexican kid in Vegas. Funny kid. His name was Roger, like Mazzola. It was Isola, Roger Isola. And at the end, he sells MAGA shirts and hats, but the MAGA stands for Mexicans always get across. And then he says, and on stage he goes, "Okay, it's $25, but it's $30 because of the tariffs." So and he sold. I mean, it was insane. It was like when you used to sell your T-shirts. There's a line around the block. Shit.
Have you seen what Cory Booker's doing?
You know what? I haven't really watched it, but I saw him. Like, it was almost like he's filibustering or something. He's like he's talking.
I don't know if he's stopped yet, but
yeah,
he's been up for over 24 hours.
He broke the record. 25 years. He went 25.
He went 25 hours and stopped.
Yeah.
What was he? What was he talking about?
Just protesting Trump.
Yeah.
But like, he can't leave. Like, he goes up there. He can't leave to go to the bathroom.
So he did that for 25 hours without stepping down.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to have taken a piss at some point. I gotta find. Like, that's what sucks about something like that. Like, there's people out there going, "Dude, this is history. We're watching history right now. This is amazing." I'm sitting here going, "Dude, where's he gonna take a piss? When's he? There's no way.
Maybe he had on
Got to take a piss."
You think maybe he had on Depends?
It depends.
It depends whether he had on Depends.
He either had I don't know, man. Like, if I were him, I would have had a fucking catheter put in or something.
So was he basically reading from stuff the whole time, or was he like just riffing?
Everything.
Was he like it's like Ralphie May? Jesus.
Here's part of it right here. Here's his ending.
This is a moral moment. It's not left or right. It's right or wrong. Let's get in good trouble. My friend, Madam President, I yield the floor.
Yeah. Do you think he got the light though? I think he might have got the light.
I'm
Ironically, you know whose record he broke?
Yeah, he broke it. This is the cool thing about it is he broke Strom Thurmond's record. Who?
Wow.
His filibuster was in protest to the Civil Rights Act.
Oh wow.
So it was obviously significant for a black senator.
Yeah. How long was Strom Thurmond? Was it as long, almost as long, or
24 hours and 18 minutes?
Wow. Yeah. I one time saw Ralphie May at the Funny Bone go that long though, and they kept giving him the light. He wouldn't get off stage. He just maybe couldn't. I don't think
I've worked with a few guys. That, you're just like, I remember having my T-shirts ready to go.
Yeah. And they're just sitting out
and
there.
You just keep kind of peeking in there.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a show this weekend or next weekend?
I had a show. I did a show Wednesday night at Fender's Brewery.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It went great. They sold it out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. I did a lot of playing around. I did some like mining of material from your the podcast. Because I'm like we talked about, I'd like to kind of have a sort of new 30
for November.
For the special. And I worked on some stuff. I did it's funny, you got those things that are funny, but you just don't know how to get there, and you have to get on stage enough to get to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I did when we had talked about, and I said, like, you got to suck a dick, like gun to your head. You got to suck a dick. Wouldn't you rather it had some tits attached to it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. That got a pretty good laugh. So I'm trying to make that into, kind of a statement joke or whatever, kind of a thing that speaks in support of transgender people.
Sure.
Funny way,
Yeah. The only way you're going to know it's funny is if you do it 20, 30 times.
And it did great. But it's just that idea. It's just an idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so how do I make that the punchline?
Think about, what's so funny is when you used to, back when you're on the road and you were doing, 8 shows a week, but you just, every night you were on there just going and going and going. It's like, I don't work that hard, but in Vegas, I still do 7 shows a week, and, I never do that anymore, and so and you find by, like Friday, you're just
you're sharp as
you're cooking. Yeah. You're just cooking.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
So and that's why it's hard to not
Yeah.
go that hard, you know, like I'm still doing, it's not like I'm not doing shows.
Yeah.
It's just that
you're working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, there was a time where I just had to do that many shows to make ends meet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And I don't need to do that.
Let me ask you a question. If you could work every night in Des Moines, but not, you know, not great pay, just, you know, whatever, would you do it? Would you go out every night and do a set?
I mean, if I could make a living wage, I definitely would.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, just to hone your stuff.
But just now, I mean, not every night.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Every week, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
I feel bad. I mean, there's so many open mics here, but the problem is, you know, sometimes they're all the same people. It's like
the open mics are just, that's what they are.
Yeah, and I feel like, bad about ever taking time from somebody that, you know what I mean.
There's that part of it, but then there's also like, it just doesn't do me that much good. Like, it's just not.
No.
It's not the gauge that I'm looking for. That's not my audience.
You're a professional. The thing is, you don't need to do any shtick in front of any other comics. You actually need an audience. Yeah. It doesn't do you any good to do a shtick in front of a bunch of comics.
It's not.
You're not going to get a real read out of that.
It's not conducive to anything.
No.
You know, if there was a legit audience at every open mic.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like I have something against them or anything like that, but it's like, if I can go to the Funny Bone anytime I want.
Yeah.
And get on stage and try material and have it not go well and still get invited back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that
why would I?
Yeah.
Why
that was great about the old days when the Funny Bone was a Tuesday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Because Paul would have always let you. I mean, you know, you wanted to get up 2 3 times a week.
Paul and be like, hey, I got some stuff I'm working on.
Exactly. Yeah. Mark was the same way.
That's.
Yeah.
You know, when all those guys are getting up at the cellar all the time.
Yeah.
And
they're getting actual audience.
Going however long. Those are real audiences.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not.
Yeah.
They're not going to the open mic that has 15 comics out.
Exactly. And like you said, there's nothing against what they're doing here. I mean, what they're doing here is really, it's a good comedy.
No, I love what they're doing.
I do too. But
and it's not like I won't. I mean, I've done the open mics here and there. Yeah. It's not like I won't do them, but I don't necessarily get what I need out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And some of that can totally be my own issue, my own.
Yeah. You know, with me, it's
a different set of muscles.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
You know, and it's like this doesn't help me get paid.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And I still feel like, you know, anytime you get on stage, you're taking it away from somebody that's young, trying to learn. You know, you don't need to jump in on somebody that's just trying to get started. Yeah, I feel bad about.
Like me and Chad Daniels were talking about this.
Yeah.
Because he said Colleen asked him when he was in Omaha. Colleen was asking him where he works out his material because he lives in Minnesota. You know.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, you're not going to like the answer to this, but in front of paying customers.
Yeah. Well, you know, like let's be honest. That's what we do too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you did the other night.
100%.
Yeah. You know, with me, as far as the open micers here in town, I don't mind doing it every once in a while, but it's got to be perfect conditions. What I mean is it's got to be like 70 degrees outside. It's got to be a nice night. I got to get you and a couple of guys, my buddies. They're going to come hang out.
And then we can go to a patio afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be all that. Then okay, then I'll do it. But otherwise, it's just
yeah.
That's when it's fun.
And that's what's great. That's the camaraderie that they have. That's great.
Yeah.
And I do miss that, those early days like that.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, it's Tuesday. I'd rather just do my podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I feel like I get more mining material out of this podcast than I do.
Can we take this podcast on the road when the weather gets nice?
What do you mean on the road?
I mean, just somewhere in town. Just go.
So
somewhere.
speaking of that, I am in discussions with Kyle over at Iowa Distilling Company.
There you go. That's
he let me know today that we may have a tab set up for you guys if you would like to do a show there. Yeah. We just need to pick a date. So we need to come up with a date that works for you guys, and then we can do that.
And you don't want to do it on a Tuesday, right? You want to do it on a weekend?
I think that a weekend, like if we did a Saturday afternoon, it might do a better crowd for us than doing a Tuesday night. But that is all dependent on your guys.
Okay, but if we're going to have a crowd, are they going to be able to hear what we're saying?
I don't know.
Like, for example, Willie, you remember when we did the Blank & Bush show?
Yeah, it's
and to hear, like, you'll hear Bruno talk about it with Ross and them, like, Bruno always said it was ahead of its time.
Yeah,
because we had our whole setup plugged into a PA system, so people in the bar could hear us too.
Sure,
that's kind of cool.
I think our equipment can do that. I'd have to do some vetting on the equipment, but I think we can do that.
Yeah, it's going to take probably a little more than you think.
We could probably start to build an audience too if we did it every once in a while. Just go to a bar or set up a thing and have people come. Yeah,
100%.
Who wants to build an audience?
Our advertisers.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to see some return on investment.
Something like that.
Boy, they're backing the wrong fucking horse.
No shit. No shit. Little do they know this is one big Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
So
smoke and mirrors.
I'm lining my pockets by nickels.
100%. How do you think I afforded this bad boy? Huh?
Yeah, I can't wait to see that whole thing.
Or that $7 Iowa basketball jersey I bought the other day.
Oh yeah, I gotta fucking Venmo you for that. Yeah, there was like Chris was at some like secondhand store or something. Like one of those like sports memorabilia deals or whatever.
You know what's so funny about Iowa fans? I was in New York and a guy walked by me on the street and he had a Hawkeye shirt on. I went, "Go Hawks!" And he turns around, looks at me, and goes, "So, we're gonna get a new coach or what?" I mean, just wanted to start like a conversation, on Park Avenue. I was like, "Okay, yeah." Just
talking about Kirk Ferentz.
No, I know he was talking about Fran at the time.
So this was before he got fired.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about McCollum?
I mean, what he did at Drake was amazing. So let's just see. I mean, I don't know. He's gonna bring Sturts with him. That's a start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Sturts guard big 10-point guards?
No. Hey, you know what? Basketball's gotten strange. You know what? Now 4 number ones. What's that tell you? That's that's where it's headed
this
now.
Gonna be
that's where it's headed.
How it is?
Yeah.
Do you think, or is this an anomaly? Because it never happens. So why are we? We can't freak out about it when it never happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when's the last time? I mean,
there's been 4 number ones before, hasn't there?
When UConn won it 2 years ago, weren't they like a 5 seed? Or more? Even 8? Even?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if there's ever.
Yeah, there wasn't. There weren't a lot of upsets this year. It wasn't that fun of a tournament.
It was chalk. It was pretty much a chalk tournament.
Yeah, and it was. It sucks because it's my favorite time of year, and there weren't really any major upsets.
I mean, but we were betting. Me and my cousin, we got to the point where we were betting in Vegas. We just were doing parlays after a while because you don't have to lay out very much money, and you can. I mean, we had a 14 parlay. I don't remember the teams, but we bet $40 and made like $600. You know what I mean? Instead of
I bet
each individually.
I did a couple of parlays that I won where I bet like $2 and 140.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah,
that's when it's fun anyway, because you don't lose too much. You just don't. It just makes the games fun to watch or whatever.
Yeah. So now it's the start of baseball season. I know you're an A's fan, and it's kind of tough for you at this point. But I mean, you're so far away from Iowa football at this point. Is that kind of a lull for you? I mean, you can't even really start thinking about them.
Well, because of the Luka trade, I've been watching the Lakers.
Yeah. So, you know what? I have too. Yeah. You know who's really good is that Austin Reeves is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lakers got a couple good white boys.
I know.
And who's the other guy? There's another one.
The kid from Tennessee that comes off the bench, hits the threes.
Connect
or something like that. Yeah.
So that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've after the Luka trade, I was like, I'll give it a shot, and it's been so fun to watch. He just makes them a different. He makes them a different team, and LeBron. You could. It was like LeBron got re-energized too. You could just tell.
I mean, and the thing is, I've never been a LeBron fan. I've always been MJ or Kobe, but this guy's amazing at his age.
He is amazing.
I mean, it's just absolutely.
He's also
nuts.
a really good human.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he is. He's a quality guy.
I mean, he's arguably a better human than all of those guys.
Oh, without a doubt. I
mean,
speaking from a guy that is actually a family man, I know what it's like to be a family man, and he's a real one. I mean, 100%. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where I think Jordan was never faithful to his wife from day fucking one.
No, and also like a prick.
Yeah. Also letting his kids go nail Scottie Pippen's wife. That's not right.
But like, there's all those stories about him like smacking Steve Kerr in practice.
Yeah. Punch him, give him a black eye.
Shit like that,
Yeah.
I guarantee. I bet you LeBron's never put hands on one of his teammates. Like,
no,
he's always been like from all accounts, like a really good teammate.
Yeah, he's done everything
right. He's just a good person. No scandals whatsoever since he's been in the NBA.
I've liked him. I liked everything about LeBron, except I just don't like athletes that you get into the political. Stay out of that shit. I don't want to hear your opinion on anything but sports.
I actually disagree with that.
Really? I don't know. I suppose everybody can have an opinion. It doesn't matter.
I think that if you have a platform where you can get a message to a lot of people,
he does too.
I think it's actually irresponsible to not use it.
Oh, okay. What about if you're a lunatic?
Well, that's when people can discern that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when LeBron James, I remember that whole shut up and dribble thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And LeBron was basically talking about it's hard to be a black man in America, right? And of course, all these people are going, "Oh yeah, you're a fucking billionaire. It's real hard for you." Yeah. And it's like, well, how many billionaires do you know? Number one, but number two, how many billionaires do you know that aren't white?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, not that many. So
no, you can name them on one hand,
right?
Yeah.
And so do you think that somebody who doesn't know who LeBron James is treats him like he's a billionaire?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's all the dude was trying to say.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't know. To me, that's no different than telling you and I we shouldn't talk about, that's like telling us to stick to our jokes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like, well, maybe I'm writing jokes about this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess what I mean to say is not that I don't want him to talk about politics or whatever. I guess it's just if I don't want, it's like anything else. If I don't want to listen to it, I don't have to. Talk about whatever you want. It's not up to me to decide. Yeah. It's not up to me to decide what you want to discuss.
Well, it's like, you don't tune into sometimes you're tuning in. When it comes to any form of entertainment, you're tuning in to be entertained.
Yeah.
And hopefully not have things that piss you off or something, a subject you don't want to deal with or whatever, like, so, if you're watching a basketball game and afterwards, say you're a huge Laker fan, but you're also a huge Trump supporter.
Yeah.
So then LeBron comes on after the game talking about fucking Elon Musk being a douchebag or something.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're fucking pissed off because you didn't you tuned in to watch fucking LeBron dance.
I think that's where the problem go. Yeah, I know. Oh, so listen, the concert. I mean, the SNL we were at. We were there when Morgan Wallen walked right. We were sitting right in the front row there, and he walked.
I tried to see you on TV. I watched it.
Well, okay. The bottom was they have like 60. You know what's so weird is like the Fallon show seats 226.
No shit.
Tiny. And when you get in there, you can see how tiny it is. By the way, the Roots band just fucking kicks. They slam. So that was small. So Saturday Night Live seats 60 on the bottom where you see the people sitting in the chairs. Mm-hmm. And then it seats another 2 or 220 on the balcony area. So where we were sitting, we were here. That astronaut guy, what's his name? Kelly was sitting in front of us. Sarah Gilbert from the Connors was sitting there. And that Mikey Madison, the host, her brothers and her father, they were sitting there. So we're sitting right where the stage was. And when he got done, he said something to her and just walked right out underneath the thing. I mean, you could tell it wasn't. And he said, well, I was just doing what I was supposed to do. You could just tell he didn't fucking want to be there. And then you come to find out there was a skit that they used one of the Jonas Brothers that it was supposed to be for him. And he didn't want to do it.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's a big Trumper. I mean, he just didn't, and obviously, and like my wife said, well, if he's a Trumper, why do you do the show? I said, well, you do, the show's still the show. I mean, it's Saturday Night Live. You don't not turn that down. I don't care who,
you think Morgan Wallen's a Trumper?
Oh yeah, big time.
Is he? Has he said that?
Well, no, but I mean, I think it's pretty evident. I mean,
you assume it because he's a country guy.
Well, and also he said, "God would get back to God's country," basically. What
was that he said at the end? God something. He said, I didn't catch it.
Well, he posted he posted on his Instagram, getting back on the plane. Yeah. Get me back to God's country. Yeah.
You know what, Chris? Look and see if he is a Trumper.
He might have just assuming
he is. He just didn't look like he was dealing with he looked like he didn't want to deal with.
Yeah,
any of
he's
the cast.
He probably isn't a New York guy.
Oh yeah, no.
But because here's the thing, I don't know a lot about. I fucking hate country music, but from what I've heard about him is he's gotten really into the Dead lately, and he's like started to jam a little bit at his shows and get like,
oh really,
kind of like inspired by the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
And I find it hard to believe a guy who would go that way musically would be a Trumper.
I don't know. Aren't most country people Trumpers?
I mean, that's an assumption a lot of us make, but look at the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. You mean the Chicks?
That's right. The Chicks.
Yeah.
Because Dixie implies racism or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So the rumor is, however, though, that he did the same thing during rehearsals.
Yeah.
He may not have been the same way. And he may not have been thinking about camera during his abrupt departure during the broadcast.
That was it. Yeah. I mean, but it looked weird. I mean, how do you not? I mean, you say you hug her and then you just turn around. Somebody you can't turn around and like at least high five the cast. I mean, that's kind of weird.
And if you watch it back, you see Keenan. You see Keenan's reaction. He's shocked. Like he's generally shocked.
And I'll tell you, my wife and I, and we were sitting, we looking with, where's he fucking going? I mean, it was weird.
So you're talking about like the end?
Yeah, when he walked right off stage.
Yeah,
he turned and said, "I'd like to thank Morgan Wallen." He hugged her, said something to her ear, and walked off before she even turned around to talk to the cast.
Oh,
so yeah.
I guess I didn't notice that. I didn't see that. Yeah, who knows what that was about?
Yeah,
maybe they pissed him off during the week somehow.
Well, and then you come to find out there was a skit he was supposed to do that he didn't do. He said no to it.
Oh,
yeah.
What was the skit? Do you know?
I don't. I can't remember. I remember one of the Jonas Brothers was in it, but I don't remember exactly the skit itself. But
I don't know. I feel free to not.
Here it is if you want to see it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
So much to Morgan Wallen. I had a wonderful time. Thank you all.
And Mikey Madison had a wonderful time.
Well, come on.
Oh, come on.
In studio.
Watch.
Yeah, Morgan didn't stick around.
I honestly don't get the big deal what that is.
I think it's disrespectful. I mean, geez, O'Crimey, you can't turn around and, I mean, you can't at least say thank you to the cast. I mean, come on.
Here's my thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know that I would know that it's a controversial thing unless somebody told me.
Well, I guess
he turned around and gave her a hug. He said goodbye. I mean, that's. I'm just saying, if you watch the show, I'm not sure I would have known that.
Well, I'd say I guess if you have to be a person that watches the show all the time. I mean, I've been watching the show for 50 years.
They mingle for it's like kind of a party up there for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
fair.
Just weird. And he walked right into the camera angle. I mean, it was like just fucking weird. I mean, he just walked in front of the camera.
He was that looked like I'm fucking leaving. He's just leaving. So I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for you, trying to see if you were if I could see your white head or something.
Yeah. If you watch Fallon, you can see my white head.
Oh yeah.
They showed that thing where they showed the back of my head. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought that was one of the.
It sucked. It wasn't a good
worst.
Show.
It was bad.
No, it wasn't very good at all.
Okay,
no.
I didn't know if you were
no. I mean, it wasn't.
I didn't laugh. Weekend Update made me laugh a few jokes.
Yeah,
but,
that was it. The opening when they were doing the text thing was kind of funny.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but that
and then
was
like that the monologue, the pole dancing deal, like had to be weird sitting by her parents because she didn't do a fucking thing.
I know. I mean,
shit in that show.
Do
you think like the beginning of the week? I know they've talked about this behind the scene, whatever, later, and they don't mention names and stuff, but like they can tell early in the week, like, oh, we're gonna have to carry this.
Well, yeah, I mean that was funny because that's what they were talking about when I was talking to Higgins and all those guys back there. Yeah, basically they're saying that. Kieran Culkin said when he hosts, he says what you need to do as a host is you need to just trust everybody there that they've been doing it, so they're going to help you. Yeah. And what happened, like the Timothy Chalamet, I guess he came in with a bunch of ideas and he wanted to do this and that and the other. And then finally he gave in to what they said and he had a decent show. And he went up to Higgins afterwards and said, thank you for saving me from myself.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while you get somebody like this Mikey Madison, she's a great actress, but she's got no comedy chops.
Right.
So, I mean, you could only do so much with that. You know what I mean? I mean, that was just a tough deal.
Well, if you would think, just have her play everything straight.
Yeah.
But you could see her trying to be like over the top or something.
When you think about the good Saturday Night Lives, think about like when Nate Bargatze's on, how funny some of those skits were. I mean, or when Chappelle does it.
People that have a sense of comedic timing.
Exactly.
And just kind of know. Yeah.
Well, then that's the thing they were also talking about when we were talking to them is like some of the people that refuse to do the show because they don't think they can handle it, like Leonardo DiCaprio won't do the show. There's a couple other actors that they're just like, nope, not my cup of tea. I don't think I can, and good for them that if they don't feel, but
the self-awareness,
but like that Kieran Culkin says, you know what, if you're a good actor and you can trust and lean on people like these people, they'll help you through. So
I would love it. I would have a great time.
Yeah, you just got to chop it up and everything else. You got a couple bits. You just got. I mean, the scary thing is you just only got a week, and what happens a lot of times, like what happened that week, they do a dress rehearsal show right before the regular show.
Right.
They do a whole show, and in that period of time,
do they do that Friday night or do they do that during the day?
No, it's all Saturday. No, it's Saturday. The first show's at 10:00. They get them out and they turn right around. They do the next show.
Oh, so they do a couple of shows.
Bang, yeah. And in that period of time, between the 10:00 show and the 11 live, they may change a bunch of shit. And I mean, and they're like, okay, you're this part now, and yours. I mean, so it can completely. They took us back to where they do the cue cards. It's a whole thing. He said, they've never worked on a monitor. It's all cue cards, and these guys are back there just using these things to write the cue cards, and they have hair dryers to make sure the ink's dry. But you could have this one whole thing where you have these old lines. During the first one, they said the second one, oh, by the way, you're the blue lines now instead. So your character's changed even. So, I mean, it's you're living by
the seat of your pants.
Exactly.
100 miles an hour.
Yeah. So I can see where that could be scary, but yeah. But you know what? The thing is, you're right. If you're a comedian, you got comedy chops. Even a bad thing, you can kind of make it better. Just by being who you are. You know what I mean?
Well, and like you can, a stand-up, you can write your monologue.
Yeah.
And then you can leave the rest of it up to them.
Yeah. Some of the best. I think the best monologues have been Chappelle, Bill Burr, fucking Louis C.K. John Mulaney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I was curious too, like, so when you're there live, did that break the fourth wall enough to be like, I don't know, did it ruin anything?
Well, you know what? Not for Saturday Night Live as much as like Fallon. It's kind of weird because they do shit over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there'd be skits he'll do, and then they'll stop and they'll completely just do the same skit over again. So that's kind of like, okay, I can see. And with Fallon, the applause sign, I mean, they make it very clear. You go fucking. That's why, as a stand-up, if you ever had to do stand-up there, I think stand-up there is a piece of cake. Yeah. Because the room's very manageable. It's 200 some people. Mm-hmm. So they're right in front of you. It's tight. And
did he have a warm-up act?
Yeah, he's got a guy there that I'm trying to figure out who he was. I don't know who he was, but he goes around, he does the hi, where you from, that kind of thing.
Right.
And then he talked afterwards that he has a show that he does. I don't know if it's a one-man show or something somewhere in New York. And I'm looking at him, and he looked like he was in his, I don't know, 40s or so. Something around your age.
That's like a whole living out there.
Oh yeah.
Being a warm-up act for a bunch of these shows.
Like, yeah. But the Saturday Night Live thing, it was no, because I mean it's moving. It's always moving. The thing that's really wild, more than the show, is just watching the crew get all the fucking scenes together. I mean, they're just flying by with these big walls and they snap them together. And I mean, you watch them, you're thinking, how the? Because it's all, you got to get it done in the time it takes for a commercial.
No, it's major manual labor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's one thing about show business that people do not know. Like, if you've ever been on a set filming anything, the cameraman, it's no different than a construction worker.
Oh no,
they're fucking hauling cable around.
Exactly.
Heavy ass cameras.
Yeah.
Constantly moving, sweating. Like, there's a lot of manual labor involved on a set of a TV show or even.
And they're timed. I mean, it's like not even a movie set. I mean, they're like, okay, you've got
and so now multiply that. Exactly.
Yeah. Get this fucking wall snapped together and done. Yeah, and you can't, you just gotta go. So
imagine their fucking stories. Like, they're a whole nother like group of people. Like,
yeah, exactly.
They all go to a different bar after the show, and they're like,
I'm sure of it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
We remember when it was Billy's first day, and he fucking broke that window, and we were wheeling the living room in there, and we had to just have the window open for the sketch the whole time.
This fucking guy knocked the picture off the wall.
He's fucking. Hey, remember when he fucking turned the corner and saw fucking so and so naked?
Yeah, exactly. And then
I wonder how often they see each other naked.
I don't know. I mean, we went by the dressing room. We didn't actually go in there, but
it's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to do a show when I used to work the Riviera in Vegas. Next door, they had a show called Crazy Girls. That was you've seen the iconic picture of the bronze ladies all with their asses out naked in front of the Riv. And it's the show called Crazy Girls. Now the girls, the bodies, every one of their bodies is unbelievable. Sometimes their face looked like a small dog, but the bodies were amazing. And so they used to have, Carol Montgomery used to do it every once in a while. They have a comic that comes in between and tells, and they've used different people. Well, I was working the Riv Comedy Club one night, and I don't know if it was Carol at the time. She couldn't make it. So the girl comes up to me and says, will you MC the Crazy Girls? I said, yeah. She goes, you go up about 3 or 4 times. You do 2, 4, 5 minutes, whatever. I said, okay. She goes, no, I need you to be dirty. And I said, well, okay. She goes, because, so I go out there, and there's like a bunch of Japanese people. You can tell they don't understand English. But I'm up there fucking this, fucking that. And, I'm getting little laughs. I come in, and she's like, can you be a little dirtier? By the end, I'm like, yeah, your mother's cunt. I mean, I'm just fucking, I got done. She goes, I was good. And I said, I need to take a shower. This was. But the funny thing,
you ever fuck one of those sushi rolls? Huh?
Yeah. They gave you a dressing room, and I didn't need a dressing room because I was dressed from the comedy club. Yeah. But they said, here's a dressing. So the dressing room is a table with the lights, so you can put on makeup.
Mirror, yeah.
And I'm right in the middle of where the crazy girls, and they're naked in there. So I'm just. She goes, you can go sit in the dressing room. I said, well, I don't have to. She goes, well, if you want, you can go. So I go in there, and they're just a bunch of naked girls running around putting on outfits. I thought, well, I guess I could sit here.
And they didn't give a shit that you were there.
Oh, not at all. Not just, just ran by me, could care less. Yeah. So I'm thinking, now what a gig this is. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have gotten in trouble.
Yeah, I know that. Billy would have said, listen, can you put on this outfit so you look like a wrestling
I want you to look like the Ultimate Warrior.
A wrestling dummy or whatever that was. What was it, doll or was it
wrestling buddies?
Wrestling buddies.
They're like a little human-shaped pillow.
That's right. I'm a soul fuck hole in you. And, let's do our obituaries.
Oh yeah,
we got to do that.
We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
So let's take a break and then let's come back and do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's explain it real quick. So when Willie got home, Claudia left a poem about the dog.
Yes, and it was amazing. I cried.
Amazing, heartfelt, made Willie cry.
Yeah, I mean, it was so personal. It was so good, all about him and what he was all about. And I just thought, God, Claudia, you put so much effort into this. And she kind of looked at me and smiled and said, I let AI do it. And it's amazing how it looked like it came from her heart.
And she was inspired by our theme song.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where she got the idea from.
We were going to do obituaries for the three of us.
Yes.
Some AI obituaries. So I don't know. We need to who reads them? I think we should we should each read
each other's.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
That works.
Good idea.
All right, we'll do that after the break.
All right, let's take a break.
We'll be right back after these messages.
There you go.
Making great tasting bourbon requires the perfect combination of ingredients, conditions, and time. The longer it rests, the better it tastes. Revelton Distillery's new single barrel bourbon is made from 80% corn, sourced 100% from Iowa farmers. And unlike mass-produced bourbons, each barrel of Revelton's single barrel bourbon is unique, proofed on when it tastes best. As they like to say, it'll be ready when it's ready. And to ensure the highest standards of quality and flavor, owners Rob and Christy Taylor oversee the production and bottling. Every single barrel. Iowa born, Iowa aged, Iowa bottled. Try the new single barrel bourbon from Iowa's own Revelton Distillery. ReveltonDistillery.com. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing your home, or if it's simply time to renovate the one you're already living in, you need an experienced mortgage professional to help you analyze your financing options and to make sure the closing goes smoothly. And that's exactly what you get when you call Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage. Kyle's experience and expertise, coupled with Wintrust's rates and programs, ensures you'll get the mortgage that's right for you. You may even qualify for down payment assistance. Before you reach out to a realtor, call Kyle and get pre-qualified, empowering you to start shopping for the home of your dreams. Call Kyle at 515-473-0546. Kyle Lehman, Wintrust Mortgage, 515-473-0546. In 2023, a crack Green Beret named Dan Douglas retired his military command and promptly escaped to a full-time career in real estate. Today, this man is wanted by home buyers and sellers who want to survive the process without spending a fortune. If you have a home to sell or want to buy one, maybe you can hire Dan Douglas at Green Beret Realty. You can find him at greenberetrealty.com. greenberetrealty.com.
All right, and we're back from the AKC Andrew Downs
Oh
market.
shit, we lost Willie.
Willie bailed on us. Shout out and thank you to our sponsors, Greenberry Realty, Revelton Distilling Company, and Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage.
You know, something interesting. I have a meeting next week for the North High Hall of Fame because I'm on the committee. Like I got inducted in 2017, and I've been on the committee ever since that elects new members.
Yeah.
So
I'm here.
Every year we have this. Every year we have this meeting where we elect there's all these submissions, nomination forms, right?
Right.
And so we read through them every year, and we decide yay or nay. And I was telling him, Willie, I'm on the Hall of Fame committee at North, elects new people, so there's a meeting next week. And every year it's just insane to me because I don't feel comfortable saying no about any of them. Every fucking form I read is 100 times more qualified than I am, and I'm on the wall.
Who was that really good kid that played basketball that went to, I think, Alabama State or something, that played for North a while back?
What's a while?
Like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Oh, you're talking about Tyreek?
Yeah.
Tyreek LaCour?
Yeah.
He's overseas now. He's playing
is he really?
I think he's in Italy.
Has he made the Hall of Fame yet?
I think he's in the Athletic Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in the Alumni Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Come on now. Third baseman, Billy Santo.
Yeah, honorable mention all conference. Yeah, I played third base like I didn't have any feet. That's for fucking sure. No, that was the one thing I was good at was defense.
Yeah.
I wasn't a great hitter, but I could pick it.
Is Ronnie German in the Hall of Fame?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
I believe so, yeah.
And I'm sure Chuck Coppola.
I would have to look. That name
1964, 65.
Doesn't tell me much. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Whose obituary are we doing first?
Go ahead, Billy.
Okay, we'll do mine. What do we need to
I would think we need to know how you died.
Okay.
And 3 major points in your life you wanted to touch base on. One of them has to be a lie, right?
Say what?
One of them has to be a lie. So 3 things about you. One of them has to be a lie.
Okay, well, we're gonna say that I died. I suffocated trying to put my face in the crotch of a wrestling buddy.
Asphyxiation.
Yeah, there you go. Let's just do I died from autoerotic asphyxiation.
There you go.
There. We'll just call it that. Autoerotic asphyxiation.
All right, hold on. I gotta go back.
Survived by my professional wrestler son.
And your wrestling buddies.
And my wrestling buddy.
Who was also your significant other.
Let's see, stand-up comedian. Loved the Hawkeyes, huge Hawkeye fan.
Yeah.
Let's say I wrote 7 best-selling novels about the art of cutting fuckholes.
The art of cutting fuckholes.
Okay. All right. Let's see if it takes us. It may. I don't know if it's going to flag me for that last part. We'll see. I can certainly craft an obituary, but given the nature of the details you provided, I want to confirm the tone you're looking for. Should this be humorous and satirical, or do you want a more traditional approach with a subtle nod to Bill's unique personality? Let me know how you'd like it.
That's hilarious.
Wow, that's weird.
Say I want it to be serious, but without leaving out any of the details.
Here we go. It was a serious obituary incorporating all the details you provided.
There we go.
All right, I'll read it.
Go
since
ahead,
I'm the only one.
Preacher
Right.
Chris.
William Bill Blank passed away unexpectedly.
William.
Wow.
due to complications from erotic asphyxiation. A man with sharp wit, boundless creativity, and an unapologetic passion for the things he loved. Bill lived life on his own terms and left behind a legacy that is as unique as he was. A devoted stand-up comedian, Bill had a talent for turning the absurdities of life into laughter, bringing joy to audiences across the country. His life for storytelling extended beyond the stage. He authored 7 best-selling novels dedicated to the art of cutting, a subject that captured his unconventional and fearless approach to life. It totally Bill was also a lifelong Iowa Hawkeyes fan, supporting his team with unwavering youth enthusiasm through every heartbreak and victory. Whether in the comedy club, at a wrestling event, or watching a game, Bill's passion and presence were undeniable. He's survived by his pro wrestling son, who carries on his love for the sport, and his childhood wrestling buddy, who remained a constant presence throughout his life. Bill lived boldly, laughed loudly, and left behind stories that will not soon be forgotten. In honor of his memory, those who knew him best will continue to celebrate life with the same irreverence and humor that he embodied.
Wow.
It's not fucking bad.
Better than actually could have been written. Yeah.
His wrestling buddy who remained a constant presence throughout his life.
Yeah, my childhood wrestling buddy.
Jesus.
Oh.
There's something to be said for keeping that first love around.
Yeah,
that's exactly
right. The first love will always have a special place in your heart. And I'll tell you what, the Ultimate Warrior got me through some tough times.
And we know he did.
All right, Willie, your turn.
Okay, stand-up comic, been on national television. Let's see. Okay, things about myself.
What'd you die of?
I died of natural causes at 125. Let's see. Things I've done. His love for family, his pets. Also, I wish to be cremated and mixed in with the ashes of Cheeto, my beloved Pomeranian. What you call it? My long life is I considered for doing 150 push-ups a day and drinking half a bottle of scotch a night.
That was his workout regimen.
Survived by his wife, who will soon take on a new lover at the age of 100, and daughter Claudia, who is the head softball coach for the USA Olympic team. Let's see what else I can lie about something. Willie is known for what am I known for? Claiming to be the first man to walk on Mars. I don't know.
Okay. I think we got it. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Willie Farrell.
Mm-hmm.
At the remarkable age of 125, the legendary stand-up comedian Willie Farrell took his final bow, departing this world peacefully and of natural causes. A man of immeasurable wit, boundless charm, and unshakable resilience, Willie's legacy will be remembered not just for the laughs he brought to countless audiences, but for the extraordinary life he lived. A staple of the comedy scene, Willie graced national television screens for decades, captivating audiences with his sharp humor and effortless storytelling. Yet his greatest passion remained his family and his beloved pets, most notably his loyal Pomeranian Cheeto, whom he insisted be created alongside him as per his final request.
As per.
Even in his later years, Willie's daily routine never faltered. 100 push-ups every day kept him strong, while a bottle of whiskey every night ensured his spirit remained just as fiery as ever. His devotion to his wife was legendary, though he was pragmatic enough to declare that upon his passing, she should find love again at 100 years old, because, as he's always said, why the hell not?
AI's funny.
His daughter Claudia followed in her father's footsteps of excellence, serving as a coach for the U.S. women's national team, a role that filled him with immeasurable pride. While many knew Willie as a comic, few forgot his historic first steps on Mars, a feat he accomplished long before science believed it was possible. Willie Farrell lived an extraordinary life filled with laughter, love, and just the right amount of mischief. His stories, his humor, and his fearless approach to life will echo for generations to come.
God, I'm got a tear in my eye.
Right?
Yeah.
That's nuts how good that is. Wow.
I mean,
let's hear yours. You already read yours up?
I would throw myself on the casket for that one.
I know, right? All right.
He's 125, and I'm going, no, not yet.
Too soon.
Okay. Man, this is a lot harder than I thought, thinking about how I'm going to die. Hold on.
You
guys keep talking.
You died from the recoil of one of those fucking punching dummies at Farrell's.
Oh, that's right.
There we go.
You hit it too hard and it bounced back and fucking took you out. And then you were legendary for your confessions.
Have you ever seen those obituaries where the people just hated their fucking parents and that was their last fucking nail in the coffin just to let them know what a prick he was?
My favorite is like they'll always like somebody that you just know was a prick, but they don't want to say so because they're dead. They'll be like, they were always very outspoken.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You always knew right where you stood with so and so.
Basically equals he's a racist.
He had lawn jockeys in his yard.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad had a.
Did he have a lawn jockey?
No, there's like this. How bleeding heart liberal my sister.
Yes,
my sisters are. Mm-hmm. So somebody moved out of a cabin down the road from his lake house.
Yeah,
cabin, whatever. Mm-hmm. And they had a little black fisherman guy.
Yeah.
Sitting on a bench at their, one of those garden benches or whatever.
Yeah.
Basically just like a lawn jockey, but a little fisherman.
Yeah.
And I mean, this thing is as racist as you can think of. The big red lips and fucking sitting there at the fishing pole. And so he took it and put it sitting at his fire pit for my sisters to see when they fucking rolled up.
He should have put a thing on him. Give a brother a fish he'll eat for a day. Teach a brother to fish, and he'll open up a fish stand.
And of course, my sisters right away. Dad,
oh God,
you can't have that out there. And he just plays dumb.
Oh yeah.
Why?
What I do?
What's wrong with it? Why can't I?
My cousin Ronnie.
You don't have any black people in your house, Dad. Well, so what?
Okay, I got it.
If I was racist, would I invite him to sit by my fire?
Let's hear it.
All right. Christopher Chris Shipley, in a tragic and unforeseen event, met his untimely demise due to the unexpected recoil of a punching bag at the local Farrell's workout facility. An incident that will undoubtedly go down as both heartbreaking and bewildering. While the world mourns his passing, those who knew Chris best understand that he would have wanted this moment to be remembered with a smirk, a shake of the head, and go, well, that figures. Chris was a man of legendary confessions, a devout believer in the power of unburdening one's soul, especially when he realized he could confess everything at the very end. His priest, undoubtedly overwhelmed yet amused, will forever cherish the depth and creative of Chris's final disclosures. He survived by his beloved wife, Stacy, whose mourning will last an eternity, or at least until the laundry piles up to an unbearable level. His children, Tyler, Caitlin, Josh, and Jordan, are all devastated, but are already making plans to spend the full $100 left from his estate.
A full $100.
A sum depleted by his ill-advised gambling habit, namely betting on cockroach races at the downtown Subway restaurant in Norwalk. Though unconventional, his commitment to this sport was unmatched. Chris was a passionate podcaster and dedicated sports fan, a voice that brought both wisdom and nonsense to those who tuned in. And to honor his lifelong devotion to the Iowa State Cyclones, his funeral will be held with him lying in state inside his beloved converted Cyclone ambulance parked in Hilton Coliseum. Chris's life is a blend of humor, heart, and questionable decisions, all of which made him unforgettable. While his presence will be deeply missed, his stories, jokes, and absurd yet enduring legacy will live forever.
That's wild.
That's
absolutely wild.
I don't think it should be lost on people that you survived cancer only to get killed by a fucking punching bag.
Punching bag.
Right?
You know what? The only thing would be better is the punching bag should have had a name. It should have been.
Yes.
Yeah, lymphoma.
That's two names. His first name's Limp, last name's Foma.
Lymphoma, the punching bag.
From the Foma family.
There you go.
Oh, God.
The amazement of AI.
I'm
now the question is should we turn that into a music video? Should we turn that into a song?
How many people
can they do that?
How many people are going to how many dudes are going to get laid? Because AI is like Roxanne. Remember the movie Roxanne?
Yeah, that's right. Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah, well, then what was the newer one with Steve Martin?
Yeah, he was Cyrano de Bergerac.
Oh, that was the guy's name.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, it'll be like Roxanne,
exactly.
Fucking some guy like Rob Gronkowski's gonna fucking romance this girl into going out with him, and then sit there at the table and be a dumb fuck when
I'm telling you, yeah.
AI's gonna catfish the hell out of girls, dude.
Oh
yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna make a song. This is how we'll close this show out.
A song with our obituaries?
Yes.
The obituary song. Shit.
But I feel like you guys need to tell me what it's got to be a somber music, right? It's got to be like a ballad, I would think.
Yeah, kind of like a Boys to Men. Into the road kind of deal.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I can.
And I'll take with me the memories.
Memories.
I remember that used to be a thing in high school. At North, the choir, 4 or 5 people out of the choir would sing that song every year at graduation. And everybody'd be all crying.
All right, here we go. Let's see what it comes up with.
Should have the funeral should be set to the tune of Undertaker's entrance music.
Hold on.
Is it having trouble?
No, I put the wrong lyrics in. Hold on.
I mean, the lyrics to the 3 of our obituaries all going in there is going to be a fucking 20-minute song.
No, it won't.
It'll be like in Ingrata de Vida.
Those guys kind of sound like Buffalo Bill.
I got it. All right, here we go.
The song has fucking 6 lyrics. Oh, won't you come with me? and shake my hand. Oh, won't you come with me and walk this line?
All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's share this. All right, you ready? Here's the first one.
Oh, fuck. I hate it already.
Well, Bill went out the way he lived, pushing the limits, taking the risk. A comic king with a wicked twist. 7 books on cutting like an artist. He loved the heart of the life. Made the crowd laugh every night. Now his pro wrestling son carries the fight. And his buddy still remembers those childhood nights.
Yeah, those childhood nights, baby.
Raise a glass, tell a tale for the ones who made us laugh so well. They lived it wild, they lived it free, and left this world with a hell of a story.
Here comes Willie's part.
Good solo.
125 Willie took his rest, lived a life that was truly blessed. Stand-up king, TV screen, push-ups by day, whiskey by eve. Say when I go, cremate me fast, and bury me with Cheeto, make it last. His wife's moving on at 100 strong, while Claudia's coaching the game she loves. Raise a glass, tell a tale.
Oh my God. I could see people in fucking hole-in-the-wall bars.
You know what's sad? We all got to die at the same time so they can play this.
They're gonna play. They would play this at their friend's funeral.
All right, here we go.
Chris went down in a gym fight gone wrong. A punching bag hit way too strong.
Punching bag hit way too strong.
Lost it all again. His kid's got 100 to spend. But gambler's luck just never bends. Now he's lying in his cyclone ride, taking one last tour inside Hilton's pride. They walked on Mars, they told the jokes. They loved their teams, they loved their folks. Through every bet, every game, their crazy lives won't fade away. Raise a glass, tell a tale for the ones who made us laugh so well. They lived it wild, they lived it free, and left this world with a hell of a story. So here's to Bill, Willie, Chris. Legends never fade like this. They took their bows, they had their say, and made us smile along the way. Raise to Bill, Willie, Chris. Legends never fade like this. They took their bows, they had their say, and made us smile along the
way. I can't even imagine that the other one's any better.
No.
You know what? This is unbelievable and scarier and fuck at the same time. How far away are they from not needing us at all? You know,
I mean,
somebody's got to turn it on every day. Somebody's got to reboot the server.
You know what? Trump should be actually just talking into this, going, AI, tariffs, how do they work? Can you figure it? That's what he should be doing.
He might be doing that.
Yeah, you might be right.
It could probably be the whole point of AI is for it to keep learning.
Yeah.
So it would learn to fucking keep itself on and charged and whatever else.
Only a matter of time, baby.
All righty. That's a good ending point.
Okay, man.
Yeah, let's we'll call her a night on the fucking funeral songs.
Yeah, that's it. Good. We all killed ourselves and buried ourselves, so let's go from there.
Yeah, it's a shame we won't all die at the same time. We can't play that song at the.
Hey,
I died.
Never say never, buddy.
It's a triple funeral.
I died pushing the limits of the autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, exactly. And that line they had about you getting punched with the bag, that was great.
That's fucking hilarious. The punching bag hit too hard.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Survive cancer to get fucking run over by a punching bag. That sounds like a fucking Far Side cartoon.
All All right.
All right, y'all. Peace, love.
Peace, love you.
Grease.
See you later. I'll talk to you later, guys.
Just a mic and a dream. Now we ride this circuit, chasing that scene. Every heckle, every cheer, every silent stare made us sharper, made us bolder. We ain't going nowhere.